Greetings, I'm online and I'm on the air, bringing you guys another art blog because I strongly believe that it's blogging time. So what are we waiting for? Let's get blogging. It's been a while since I hosted any kind of videos, and there's a reason for that. My graphics card died like several months ago, prior to the last video blog. This was going to be less of an art blog and more of a technical blog because troubleshooting my hardware failure, well, it was an adventure. It was an adventure. I was in the middle of this Blender project when my graphics card just suddenly stopped working out. I went to a computer store to get a second opinion. They suggested getting it diagnosed. Now, those that know me can tell you I'm relatively computer savvy and I would probably be able to diagnose my own system. But what the hey, maybe they can find something that I missed. So I sent my PC to the store. About a week later, they told me, "Why are you new? It's a graphics card." I'm like, yeah, I know. You're telling me I paid you money to tell me what I already knew? Well, you can't imagine how that entire scene played out. I'm not doing that again. So yeah, my graphics card broke. It was weird. This has never happened to me before, like ever. 1 second was fine, next second it wasn't. I jumped through a series of troubleshooting options to no avail. All indicators pointed to the graphics card. It served me well for about 7 years, which I'm told is actually a pretty good lifespan for a graphics card. RIP, Mr. Graphics Card. So, I figured I'd go shopping for a new graphics card. But how do you pick out the right graphics card? Mind you, I'm not a professional or an expert, I'm more of an enthusiast. Everything I comment on here is based on personal experience and or research or feedback I've received from various others. I like to use sites like Video Card Benchmark or Game Debate or GPU Boss. And there's another one. I forgot what it was. For comparing various graphics cards. AMD or NVIDIA. As I understand it, they're basically two major cards that are being manufactured, either with AMD or NVIDIA. So what's the difference? Well, in layman's terms, you could say that AMD tends to be better at handling pixel information, a bit more efficient, I guess you could say, and NVIDIA tends to be a bit more efficient with vector data. But if you ask me, both cards are capable of doing whatever job that you needed them to do. So basically, if you want to paint or build 3D models, you also gotta figure out your price range. Like in terms of the most bang for buck, the best value card would cost around $250. I mean, you can get a better card, but more money you pay for a card, the less performance you're going to get for the card after around the $250 range. Well, most people would be fine with a $250 card anyway. So now for a brand, well, there are several different brands that I know of. Asus, or however you pronounce their name. EVGA, Gigabyte, MSI, NVIDIA, Zotac. All the cards, they're virtually the same, but they all get modified in various different ways. Asus, they're sort of newer to the graphics field, the graphics card field. They used to just do motherboards over 15 years ago. If you call 15 years like newer, they have a pretty good reputation in terms of building solid, quality, stable products. EVGA is as close to stock as you're going to get, at least modified as I understand it. Gigabyte is known to be a bit more affordable. I don't know if that actually means anything. My last card was a Gigabyte. It lasted me several years. So MSI, an older name brand in the graphics card market. As I understand it, they used to set the bar in terms of graphics cards. They're still good, but now they have like more competition. So Nvidia, they brand their own cards. Well, they're probably kind of like EVGA, I guess. Zotac. You could argue Zotac produces the most powerful cards on the market. But there's a reason for that. Because, well, they basically, as I understand it, they overclock all of their stuff. And the issue with like overclocking your hardware is that tends to shorten the lifespan of your hardware. So, yeah. Personally, I don't think it's really worth it. I mean, the amount of performance you get from overclocking your system is not really that much. I mean, it does perform better, but not really that much better. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I don't think it's really worth it. So, which GPU do you go with? Well, that depends. What's your price range? What kind of a user are you? Are you a casual user? Are you a power user? An advanced user? Are you like a content creator? What do you intend to use it for? Are you trying to future-proof your system? All these card brands seem to put out cards in what I refer to as different tiers. Like Asus, for example, they'll have like an entry-level card like the Asus Dual. Maybe some middle-tier cards like the Asus Tough. And their highest tier card, the Asus ROG Strix. So what's the difference between all these tiers? As I understand it, they're basically the same chip, but each tier, they're modified in a slightly different way. Maybe some of them are overclocked a bit more, maybe they're modified to run cooler, quieter, faster, modified with slightly more memory or more bandwidth, given different sets of accessories like heat sinks and cooling fans and or LED lights. Because having a graphics card that lights up like a Christmas tree is going to make your computer run more powerful. It's going to make it faster. No, it won't. I'm being sarcastic. So, I sent in my order. They said it would be here in about 2 or 3 weeks. This was roughly around the time that the graphics card market basically went to hell. I haven't heard or seen anything, so I called them up and asked them, hey, what's going on? Where's my card? They lost my order somehow. So I had to order something different. Had to wait about another 3 months for this new graphics card to come. Kept calling them up like, what's going on? What's going on? It's on the way. There's a waiting list. Blah, blah, blah. And after about 3 months, I got in touch with them. Yeah, that graphics card that you ordered, it's not coming. This story kind of rinses and repeats for another 3 months before I finally managed to get that new graphics card. So at this point, I've been trying to get a new graphics card for about 6 months, for like half a year. I finally get one. I install the thing. The new graphics card doesn't work. And the whole time I'm thinking, it has to work. I can't send it back. I paid for this thing. It's been 6 months. It has to work. I was losing it, man. I was losing it. Ran through a bunch of troubleshooting options, contacted technical support. No one knew what to do. Everyone was baffled. It was weird. It's like the OS just couldn't ID the hardware. The BIOS recognized it. And trying to install the drivers, it just didn't work. Then I got to thinking about how sometimes you can have compatibility issues between software and old hardware, or vice versa, or something like that. So I changed my OS, my operating system, to a newer operating system, and it just worked. It worked fine right off the bat, no problem. So yeah, as I stated before, it was an adventure for like the past half year or so. My system was down, and I wasn't able to do much of anything. But now that my system's up again, I can start doing stuff, like content creation stuff, and working on various art projects and whatnot. I mean, I already did that, those pillars, so that's something. I'm working on a wall right now. It's actually pretty cool. Doing the high detail poly is taking a little bit longer than I thought it would, but, you know, hopefully it pays off. So if you are new here to the WR Art Blog, make sure to hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like. And until next time, stay creative, have fun, and good luck out there, because I know it can be tough.